morning, everyone. I'm here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary and Real-Time Rescue. Looking at Esperanza over here. She's kind of just peeking into the shadows, seeing what's going on. The misters are on above her. Today is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We have one right over there who's working on building the berm, Johnny. Not a whole lot going on now. We got Frankie finishing up some foods. We got some news that Frankie, at his vet appointment the other day, he had lost some weight, so we gave him a little extra food. Until he's working on mixing up some electrolytes for him just to make sure that he's hydrated. Since if you've been on here a while, you might remember that he has like chronic diarrhea. So that's from when he was a baby. He got coccidia, which is like a really bad like intestinal issue, and so it kind of really messed up his whole digestive tract. So he has chronic diarrhea, even though he gets probiotics every day. So we just want to make sure that he's staying hydrated since we are in the Sonoran Desert and we're supposed to hit about 113 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's very hot around here, so we got a lot of precautions we're taking. We actually moved the chickens for the first time into Cluckingham Palace. So I'm going to head over and we'll kind of talk about that. Everybody's just hanging out in the shade and the misters. Hi, Albert. Good morning. Good morning. We do have a father here. It's over there, Chico. We'll walk by, say happy Father's Day to him. Chico, the goat who escaped his stall the night before he was supposed to leave to get neutered. And he found this little peanut right here. And 5 months later, Chicolette, who's up there, she was born. So, we are a sanctuary, so we do not promote breeding animals. We have all of our animals fixed. Like I said, he was rescued and he was unfixed. So he was staying in a stall by himself, isolated away from the females until he could get fixed. And literally the night before he was set to leave to get that surgery, he escaped. So she's our happy accident. So that's our only like mammal dad. We do have one of our turkeys is a male, Fernando, and he may be a father as well. We're not sure because he's fixed now too. But before that happened, he and his dad were both here, and so when chicks were hatched, if they hid their eggs so well that we couldn't find them in time. Hi, Fernando. So he could be the dad, or it could have been his dad. But now that he is the only male turkey, we have not had any more accidental hatchlings because like I said, he did have a vasectomy a few years ago. And also we're a lot better at finding the eggs. So we kind of know all the different hiding spaces, and just overall we have fewer turkeys. We are down to 1 or 2 females. And I know that sounds weird. Do we have 1? Do we have 2? But there's one. We have Lady A and Lady B, and Lady B is just constantly like going missing. And we think, oh my gosh, did she get taken by a predator? Did she go off somewhere and pass away? Because that is something that birds do. Sometimes they want to be by themselves, when they start to feel like it's their time, it's the end. And so we're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in days. We've searched everywhere. And then she'll turn up. And so we don't really know if we have 1 or 2 females. That's what we kind of joke. But so this right here, we're standing in front of Cluckingham Palace. There are 2 air conditioning units in here, and we've got ice packs. I don't know if we'll be able to see through the window here, but say hello to the queen. I don't think we can really see very well, but we've got a bunch of chickens in there. So we did this, like I said, today was the first day. that we moved on. It's the first day that I felt like it was, we all felt that it was, hot enough. Oh, got Talia. Oh, she's over there. I think we could just feed it to whoever. I think he's still in there, but it's open because Michelle was raking in there. But yeah, so you could just like bring the whole gallon if you want and just yeah, it would be too much. So right now we're talking about the electrolytes. Talia just mixed up a fresh batch. Oh, she made another, so we have backup. So if you are new to us, thank you so much for joining. And I'll just talk really quick about the electrolytes. So we make our own with molasses, salt, and baking soda, and then we top the rest off with water. And we give that, it's like a perfect electrolyte for the goats, the sheep, the cows, whoever needs them. So like I said, we got the chickens all moved in here because we got getting some extreme heat today. And birds, chickens nowadays, they just, because of how they've been bred so intensively and genetically manipulated, they do not do so well in the extreme heat. So that's why we have the air conditioned coop with a pergola over it and try to, bring the temperature down to help them survive. And so then in the evening, once, the sun's gone down and it's, maybe 105 instead of 113, or, just depending on, how the afternoon temperature progresses, those doors will be opened and they'll have a little bit of time to free roam, and then they will kind of tuck themselves into the various coops here. And actually we do have Pi is in the backyard right now, but we need to move her. We're going to actually move her into the air conditioned coop. Sometimes we let her hang out instead, like hang out outside of the coop over on the other side of the yard because it's cool, a little bit cooler over there. There's lots of shade, but she was pretty dehydrated this morning. She drank a lot of water, so she's feeling better. But we just want to make sure that she is not getting like overheated. So here we got it in action. So Talia was the one who got us started on electrolytes. And if you look way back, like over a year ago, oh, good. You'll see a video of her explaining, she used to make her own electrolytes for her, and she, we were trying to find some pre-mixed electrolytes, and, we found out it would be a lot more cost efficient to, just make it ourselves, just, homemade. And we've got Gilbert doing it, which is great because he's one of our oldest goats, and he kind of gets this dry cough sometimes. Oh, Zeusy, naughty. But Zeus is an old guy too. Zeus likes everything. Let's see if we can get this wheelbarrow, let Johnny out before the ghosts escape. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Oh, one other update. Let's see if we can find her. Oh, I see her. Okay. So some of you guys might be new, and we appreciate that so much. And other of you might, have watched before, so you might know some of these animals, remember what's going on with some of them. Right there, we see Willow, one of our beautiful little Nigerian dwarf goats. And she has been battling cancer for a while. So about 7 months ago, she had a small tumor removed. And at that point, that was going to determine, if it came back immediately, if that tumor, if another tumor showed up right away, she might have only had weeks or a couple months to it. But like I said, she went 7 months before we noticed another small tumor. So she got those removed just on Friday. So she's another. Hi guys. Hi Gilby and Chico, the dad. Hi everybody. Oh, they must think I have electrolytes or treats, huh? But as I was saying, so Willow had those removed, and then yesterday and today she had some pain medicine just to make sure she's feeling good. And so we're just going to keep treating it like that, and take it day by day and see how she does with the treatment. Like I said, so far it's been going well. It's amazing that she went 7 months before it came back, because her form of cancer, I won't even try to say what it is because I don't remember the name of it. But it's very aggressive normally. Hi, Chico. It's your Chico. Happy Father's Day, buddy. He likes to give little kisses and nibbles. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're such a good boy. right behind him, we see that peanut licking on the salt lick over there. We've got a few new salt licks, and actually I meant to make popsicles and I forgot. We just make really simple, freeze some fruit, freeze a couple pieces of fruit in some water and tie them up just like the salt lick is tied. So you can see just with some rope here. So I saved some of the baling twine and then we just tie, these little fruit popsicles for them to lick at. And I bought strawberries for them and I meant to make some and I totally forgot. So sorry guys, no popsicles today, but I'll make them before I come back next time. Hi, Sven. Here's Sven, one of our latest rescues. He's super shy and skittish still, but he's come so far already. It's been about 2 months since he's been saved, maybe a little bit longer. And already he's doing so much better. We're so proud of him and his sister, who we believe is his sister, Elaine. She's resting over on top of the goat playground. Oh, Susie. Yeah, are you being a little grumpy? You're a little grumpy sometimes. Me too. It's okay. So you see all the puddles out here. That's from not a rainstorm. We had flood irrigation yesterday. So yesterday, everything behind the sperm here that Johnny's working on, everything was flooded. It's totally underwater. And it's already soaked in so much. Little Julio's over there, happy as a pig in the mud. Him and Zeus have both been just rolling around in there. The mud kind of gives them a natural sunscreen and also protects them from, bugs. So just a little cute tail swishing around. And I think that's all the updates. So let's do a little recap. We said happy Father's Day to Chico and one of our volunteers, Johnny. We also have, he's not here today, but Elliot, if you guys have been tuning in for a while, I'm sure you've seen Elliot on some live streams. It's Elliot's a dad, so happy Father's Day to Elliot too. And let's see what else. Our other update. Oh yes, Willow had her cancer treated and she is recovering beautifully. And last but not least, Mr. Frankie right here, unfortunately did lose a considerable amount of weight in the last couple months in between his vet visits. So he is kind of like at risk now. So we're kind of supplementing him with electrolytes and extra food. So if you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Sunday. Again, happy Father's Day to all the good dads out there. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye, guys.